Hey guys, how's it going on? This is Bits the Generation here with In 5 Under 5, and today I'll be reviewing Sonic 3. Sadly, I couldn't get to the Sonic 3 and Knuckles DLC because I didn't have time. Realm of the Mad God, man. But I digress. Now trust me when I say that I've played a lot of Sonic games. It started with Sonic Rush for the 3DS, and then I moved backwards to the Sonic Advance series. Now I love those games, and I would fight the resurrected corpse of Martin Luther King just to keep my DS and Game Boy. It wasn't until about 2010 when I started getting hold of consoles like the Wii, and I got a PC. I started playing games like Sonic Adventure, Portal, Fear, and Doom. And I'm not going to talk about how Sonic Adventure was a pile of trash. That's for another time. But I have played through the games Sonic Colors for the Wii, and Sonic Generations on the PC. So, with all of those games under my belt, Sonic Rush, Sonic Rush Adventures, the Sonic Advance series, Sonic Colors, and Sonic Generations, I've played a lot of Sonic. Not as much as most people, but I've played a lot of Sonic. When I first selected this game to review, I got really excited because I checked the reception by the public and saw that it had glowing reviews. Since then, now that I've beaten the game, I don't understand the reviews. I get that this came out in a time when sticks and stones were cutting edge and Thomas Edison was thought of as a witch, but I don't get it. I mean, Super Mario World came out 4 years before this. 4! And that game had so many things above this one that I can't even count them all. The objective in this game is simple. All you gotta do is stop Dr. Robotnik and Knuckles. Even after beating the game, though, I still don't know what the plot is. I get that it's an old game, and it doesn't explain much, like in the original Mario, but at least some guidance would have been nice. It's probably explained in the manual, which I don't have. You do this by adhering to Sonic's tried and true phrase, gotta go fast, and you're supposed to, at least, blaze through the stages. But it's wishful thinking to think that you're actually gonna go that fast. Tried and true, this game is a platformer, nothing else. I got really sad when I first hit my first loop-de-loop, and then right after, I got knocked down by an enemy that I couldn't have seen, no matter what I've done, unless I've played the stage before, which I hadn't. To quote the Foundation, "Why do you build me up, buttercup baby, just to let me down?" And the stages, the stages. The stages consist of mazes that are so complex that it would even make Daedalus cry. When recalling my experience with this game, I struggle to say that I enjoyed it. It certainly had its moments, particularly the mini-bosses and the bosses were pretty fun when you had to figure out how to beat them, but they were so far and few between that I just found this game as repetitive. Most of the time, because of this maze-like quality, I couldn't tell the stages apart other than the obvious color change and scenery change. Sure, each little stage had its own gimmick, like in the last zone, there was the things that you had to destroy to open up pathways, but for me, that just wasn't enough to keep me interested. The problem lies, though, when you introduce various platform elements in a game where your main character goes fast. That's a conflict of interest right there. That's all you do. Run, jump, and deal with these certain things in a level. Oh wait, there is actually the special stages, which are akin to an acid trip, and are harder to control than using the Linux command line coming straight off of Mac OS. I don't know if Sonic and Knuckles changes this up, but I'd imagine it doesn't, because I haven't heard anything about that. For me at least, this game has little to no nostalgia. Sure, I grew up playing Sonic, but I never grew up with the old games, mostly because I was born in the same time that the Xbox and PlayStation 2 were coming out. So from my personal perspective, this game is just a grind through a maze. Multiple mazes. But it feels like the same maze, and that's what I'm getting at. This game, I feel, is just a grind over and over again. It has fun moments, don't get me wrong, but there are not enough fun moments to make this game fun for me. Maybe I've just become accustomed to an era of advanced video games now that I just find this old game boring, but I'm not so sure about that. I recommend this game only if you love Sonic or are a masochist. I'm sorry, bring the hate on, but that's my personal opinion. And of course, I want to thank you all for watching, and this is Bits the Generation, signing off.